So Jay McBride, middle linebacker. Soldiers currently serving in Lebanon now at the moment, and just equally devastated and equally excited for the lads this Sunday. No doubt that they'll definitely bring home the championship without me.
So Jay, as you're saying, you're currently in the Lebanon for the Irish Army. We are a major loss, and not only just on the field but in the dressing room. Your leadership has been a massive part of the club for, you say, 8 or 9 years, but it feels longer. I don't know if it's all of us, but I did. You did get to play a few games now, and it was great to see you come back, because unfortunately you suffered a very bad injury 2020 or 2021, early date, that kind of COVID years kind of melt together. So how did you feel coming back and playing those few games?
So the first game was against Philadelphia, and as I was saying, I don't think I've ever been as nervous about a game in my entire life, because you don't know how you're going to come back. I didn't know if I come back. I knew I'd come back mentally, I could, but physically you don't know. And I am ancient, and I was a bit unsure about how I would do it, but a lot with the coaches and I kind of slowly but surely integrated back in, and a bit of confidence. The first game against the Philadelphia team, I managed to get a big tackle in at the start, and it just set the tone for me. I was still rusty, a bit unsure, but no fear. Like, the fear disappeared after the first tackle. I knew my ankle could take it, and the break was able to take it as well. I played as many reps as I possibly, probably more. I'd say I played more than the coaches probably thought I would. And then the main game then was Derry Donegal. Again, managed to get a big tackle in at the start. Very rusty, lost a lot of instinctiveness. But like you're surrounded by ridiculously skilled people. They that defense is just incredible. And I'm not missed, and I love that. I'm watching the games on, and I'm not missed. Stevie Baker is after popping in there, phenomenal. Adam Corcoran has rollback ears, and then Annie Cuffer, Jason Owens tackling. Like, I'm watching Peter Dempsey, Folan, Jason Owens, and then like yourself, any of the lads that were in front of me. You're rotating around, and the back line is incredible. There's lads putting in performance there. So yeah, I played that game, but I would have thought that if I wasn't traveling, I would have got better as the season went on. But again, as I say, not even remotely missed, which I'm delighted about.
Oh, you're very much missed from a player's point of view. Apart from maybe Colin Salmon, of course, who's very selfish reasons wants more reps. But all joking aside, your leadership has been a bit of a loss. But it's been great to see lads like Steve Baker, who was a rookie, and Jason Owen step up, and Adam Corcoran kind of rolling, as you're saying, rolling back the years and making some fantastic plays.
Savage.
I know in the Kildare game, he was very, very close to a safety. I think he stopped a yard short. It would have been a phenomenal safety. So, as you said, you're in the Lebanon, representing us in your gear. Anytime it's on social media, obviously, is the gear. So, a big question for you would be, what does it mean to you to be a Minotaur?
Oh, what a good question. For me, it's... I'm I've been a big rugby and soccer man my entire life, and that club has bought and sold my soul. I've never met such a group of lads that you would literally hurt all over for. Like, you do anything for that group of players, and that's from rookies. Anybody that has come into the club in the last year, they just seamlessly move into a big and an amazing group of players. I love the sport. To this day, I'm still learning, and I'm as excited about coming back and playing next year as I was 9 years ago, when I was only old, and now I'm ancient. It means a lot. It means a lot. Like, we've a phenomenal coaches. The camaraderie is unbelievable. Some of the fairies that play for the offense, they're sound as well. But it's that Jay Bruton, that's you. Uh, but no, it's a very, very hard thing to explain to people when you're purposefully going out to get hurt, and you know you're going to be in pain, but you do it anyway. So it's a very rare thing to do. But that's about as much as I can. Yeah.
So unfortunately, you were stationed, you were called overseas, and you never got to play the UL Vikings. Unfortunately, I missed the first game as well due to an injury. So I missed the first game, and the difference in yourself, and you may have seen bits and pieces of the YouTube clips. How do you see the final going? Like, UL are a very strong team.
Yeah, I think Bill summed it up really well. They're very, very young. They're fast. They play with no fear. But I've seen things like the running backs, like Patan and Rafa. They could move up a division and they'd be amongst the Joe Kinnan quarterback. Bill said that there are DBs and safeties. I think it's I know they're young and fast. I think it's our experience that's what am I on about? We're going to win it. I've watched them and they're very explosive. I just think, especially the game where they played us, me personally, we're missing a few skilled players. And probably, people minding each other for the semi-final, and then they produced phenomenally in the semi-final. And I just think there's a next level for that offense. They're millimeters and seconds away from like phenomenal plays, and I think that's the difference. I think we're like with the plays, they know their plays. They're so disciplined in their runs and their routes. I think they're milliseconds away from getting it, and I think that's the win of it. Our defense, I don't even worry. I just know if they have to make big plays to get points on the board, because our lads, like you guys, will not let them up for a split second, and that's from the youth, the rookies, all the way up to Teabag and Kinger and yourself. Their tempo, like you're not gonna let up, and I know it. I know that in my heart. So it's our stepping our offense up to the level that I think, and that's way above what they have. So yeah, I 100% respect them as a club. I'm absolutely devastated because they've a good running back there, and I would love to clatter him. And he's good, and but I just think like Adam Corcoran is just going to be like snorting like a bull to get a hold of him. Can you imagine what the lads are going to be indeed? Like they're frothing at the mouth. I just think we're a level above them, and that'll be shown on Sunday.
That's fantastic. A couple of questions. I have to ask this: are you going to be able to watch the game on Sunday? Are you working or?
No. This Sunday, I'll be eagerly watching it. I'll try and find a way to set it up to the big TV, and no, like I will murder anyone that comes in here.
Are you a good fan? Can you watch it, or can you sit down and watch it, or are you up and down and pacing?
The last game, I was watching the last game where there's one or two plays that, and I'm as aggressive at the tablet as I am on the pitch. So
the broken tablet then at this stage.
Too.
And is there any more ex-Minotaur players stationed over with you? I know Mark Mulvaney he was there maybe in your last trip. I don't know if he came over this time, or is anyone else?
No, but there is a few. There's a guy next door to me played for Panthers. Nice guy, sound chap. We've had one or two chats. Not really so much on this trip. A lot of lads interested in it though. They see me training. They ask why I'm training, and I explain to them like what level I need to be at to get back into the squad from ye, and they find it like extraordinary that it would require that level of intensity. But big kind of like questions and inquiring about it. But no, there's nothing really to kind of push myself out. There's a lot of rugby heads there now, so I'm constantly telling them that like that's the soft version of what we play.
That's definitely a row that goes on
Lads that
in,
have played.
many a pitch. Finally, so Jayo, now I know it's a very short year, but I think personal highlights while you were playing on your comeback. I think as in kind of as a teammate of yours, my personal highlight was actually lining up beside you and being getting that call of Mike, fire, I want it. And so that's my personal highlight for yourself. But any for you?
I won't. It's a very simple one. It was I didn't think I'd get back. I didn't think I'd get to line up with you again, and I was like a really nervous schoolboy, on the sideline, and then being back on the pitch with guys that have literally dragged me through recovery, and then the reception that the entire team gave me. Like, I don't think that they'll ever really understand like how far that they dragged me into that very dark days at some stage. But especially like the fitness group that we have on WhatsApp, and constant messages from the coach. But that comeback game, my little girl was in the stands, and like she would have seen daddy on crutches and kind of, daddy's a sore leg and stuff like that. But to come back and line up with everybody that was wearing a jersey there was like, like we were in the final there 2 years ago. We've had amazing games, but that'll probably stay with me. That it's given me the impetus to get back and play, which I know will be a division higher, because I know you're going to win next year. Yeah, so that would have been my highlight, is literally taking the pitch back with you. It didn't really matter if I only got one rep. It was actually a really, really good moment. Yeah.
And finally, any message for the boys on Sunday and the fans and anyone who may be watching this?
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that because I was watching the other videos there. If anything, to those who played against Cowboys, remember the feeling it was at the end of it, and really, really drill that home to the rookies, because there's not a hope in hell you'll walk off the pitch feeling like that again. That's just all it is. Just remember that feeling at the very, very end, them jumping up and down in the last second like that. And if you remember that, you'll smash any UL guy that's in front of you for the entire game. Any rookie that needs to know, you just look, the likes of Jack Lynch, Rafa, who got injured in the game and what it took to come back. Them lads will give you little speeches there, and that's all you need to know. We are gonna win. Just remember what it felt like on that pitch, and you won't do it again. I promise you that.
Jay, it's fantastic to see you. You're looking fantastic. It's great. We hope you have you home in November.
It's great to see you, brother. Best of luck to all of you lads.